Hey guys, and welcome to game number 16 out of 100 of my redemption series against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. We're coming off of a pretty tough loss in game 15. It was a great game. I feel like I played really well, but some extremely challenging and complicated turns down the stretch that I'm still not even sure if I played correctly, but in any case, BestBot ended up winning that game narrowly, which stung because I'm now 4-11, desperately need a win today. But the good news is, I'm going to be bingoing to start off this game, I would imagine, regardless of what BestBot plays, because I have Endear and a blank on my rack, which makes a lot of bingos. So the bot plays Beautyo for 20. Probably my best bet here is going to be to double-double through the U, assuming that's possible, which I assume it is. Unbared. Underage, unagreed, dungaree. Is it not possible? Under E, under 8, denature, doesn't get there. Under C, unerased, unseared. Wait, now I have a double-double? Huh. Maybe not. Interesting, okay. How about from this? Oh, I doubt it, like demeanor, enamored, endeavor. Oh, renegado. Not every day you bingo 2-0. That's at least 77. I mean, if I don't have a double-double through that U, then this is probably best. So would a double-double be 82? Let me just spend another 10 seconds going through the alphabet, but I don't think I'm missing it. Yeah, there's too many words start on or under. Wander. Unearned? No. I don't think so. Okay, Renegado it is. Don't love this draw with the UW, but at least I have some decent enough stuff with it. And the bot slams down Epigones back immediately, so our lead is short-lived. Probably just wound here. Guess I've got two places to play it. I can play it here for 31. Or here for 29. W is a little bit safer to put in the triple line than the D. But the other wound does block more scoring plays and potential bingos through the E and the S, so I think that's fine. I mean, the bot is super unlikely to have anything big through that D after drawing 7 random tiles. Like, it's just not that big a risk. So I think this is probably fine. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, close to a bingo other than the J. So I'll probably try to get rid of the J and a small amount of other tiles and keep a good leave. Jerd looks solid for 36 to take out that spot. Keep Mans, which is a very good leave. So that's a good option. I can also play Jimp if that gets taken. 31 keeps ARNS, another good bingo leave. Taj, that doesn't seem like that great a play. This leave is a bit too consonant heavy. But I'll have choices here. One of Jimp and Jerd is guaranteed to stay open. Jasmine is on my rack. Jasmine is good without the E. Log for 9. Alright, well that definitely makes me want to play Jerd, because that's an alarming play. That tells me that the bot is very close to bingoing and is expecting to bingo on its next turn. So that makes it feel more urgent to block the most dangerous bingo line, which is, of course, that D. I also like keeping the M, because if I'm assuming the bot's going to bingo, then it's nice to have the M to at least respond with a scoring play, potentially, if I can't bingo myself. So, yeah, as long as I'm not missing a better play through this D, which seems unlikely. Yeah, I can't imagine there's anything else, so I think I'm going to just play Jerd. And, I mean, I take a 30-point lead, so even if the bot bingos, I'm not going to be in terrible shape. Okay. Do I have anything here? Oh, yeah, I have agnomens through this E. If that stays open, but we will see what the bot does. Wow, 2E for 5. Does that give me anything? I guess masoning, right? Through the I. Moanings? That's not a word, I don't think. But agnomens has to be safer. Doesn't put a tile on the triple line, blocks the E and the R. So I think that's gotta be the best choice. Let's do it. I actually am pretty happy with this draw because, again, alright, yeah, I was like, the bot is going to bingo sooner or later. And at least I should be able to score well with this in response. I'm actually still up now, too, which is nice. So, how about, like, through this N? Banch or something? It's not a word. Banco? Keeping HAX. It's not horrible. Anything through it's going to be tough to play through an A with all of these A's myself. Coxa, the lead is not so good. Hoax. You could also just play like, well, I only want to play box and keep the 2 A's. It's not horrible though. Axe takes too many front hooks. I can't do that. So yeah, maybe nothing as good as I was hoping here. But I ought to still have something reasonable. So nothing better through this N than Banco? HAX is not a bad leave. It's a tough call. Do I play Banco? Do I play Box? Maybe even Cox. This might actually be better because then I set up Batch, B-A-C-H, for 45 if the bot doesn't go there. That's probably strong enough to make it worth it to play this over Box. Because there's enough of a chance, I think, with the A down below that the bot does not play through that C. So that's not a bad option at all. Yeah, I just don't think I really have much through this A. I'm not going to play Coxa. It's too many points to give up. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm missing something, but sometimes you get that feeling and you are, but sometimes you get that feeling and you're just really not. I don't think I have anything above agnomens. Yeah, like B-A-C-A, or H-A rather. I don't think so. Oh, you know what I do have, though? Oh. See, I was missing something. Yeah, I have Hoax for 52. Okay. See, I saw Hoax, I just didn't see this spot at first. It's a little tricky. Yeah, okay. I mean, that has to be worth it. That's 52 points. BAC is not too bad as a leave. Yeah, alright. Let's do that. See, and that's why sometimes it is good, guys. If you just, like, if you play enough, you have that instinct. I just felt like I was missing something, so I spent a little more time. And thankfully I found it. So, alright, let's do that. And what do I have with this? Nothing great, but it's not horrible. Dang, another bingo for the bot. Okay. But I'm still not really down a whole lot of points here. I should be able to score well on the top left. I mean, I could play, like, Bola. Although I'm probably much better off playing here. I'm going to get more points with something like Crab. Oh, that's 40. Yeah, that's easily better than Bola. It also keeps a vowel. Is Crab my best play there? Probably. I mean, the B has to go here. Unless I have a word ending in, like, RP. I could play Carp. That might not be crazy. Oh, that takes a front S, though, for Scarp. Nah, it's a little risky. With an S still left, I think I'd rather than just play Crab, honestly. Also, the P is better than the B. I'm not too scared of the C there. Like, the thing with Carp is it could be a real long-term liability, having to worry about that S hook that's extremely, extremely hard to block. With Crab, it's like I sort of give the bot a chance to hit the C. If it doesn't hit the C, then I'll just be able to play through that C and block it easily if I want. So it just seems like it's more of a short-term opening, but it's a much better opening from a long-term defense or liability standpoint. So I think Crab is the play. Yeah, I mean, it's 40 points. That's pretty good. LOP is not a terrible leave. Hopefully they don't draw like QVV or something. But let's play it. Well, not QVV, but QZ. which is not ideal, to say the least. Plots? Where is Plots going to even play? I don't know. Probably just ditch the queue. I mean, I think it's still worth it over trading. Like, this is not a great leave, but I do at least have... If I can draw a vowel, it's not terrible. And I do like playing the queue here, because it's a big scoring spot, like for a K or an H or some other tiles. I do at least block that, and the 22 points is nice. So I think it's better to do that than it is to trade. Azo, I mean, maybe on my next turn. I can't do that now, keeping LLQPT. That's just begging for trouble. And I mean, maybe also if the bot does bingo or play a longer word, it could give me a spot for plots. So, yeah, I think just the Q drop looks fine. Yeah, I hope I don't draw like a V now. I know I said that last turn. Please don't give me a V. Alright, I can live with another O, I guess. I mean, it's not the best draw, but like I said, it definitely could have been worse. Dang, another bingo. Airwave for 81. Topaz for 52. I mean, that looks like... Oh, wait, I have Zit, though. Plots doesn't fit there. Zoo. Yeah, but Topaz keeps a vowel. That has to be better. I don't want to keep LLPT. Yeah, I think Topaz has to be right. I mean, I'm down a tempo. I'm going to really need... It's going to come down to who draws that S, I think, for Airwaves. If I can't get that S, then I'm going to have a hard time winning this game. Okay, I got the S. So I can certainly play Lousy for like 40. Out Yells. Does not fit through that T. I also don't have to play my S yet. And I might not. So Evinced comes down. Yeah, so like if I just play Lousy immediately... Alright, well the good thing is I have 10 minutes, guys. I can think here. I'm going to think for a bit. Because this is a key position. Like, so if I play Lousy, I get 40. I'm up 6. Doesn't feel... The pool is weird. I mean, there is some good stuff. But there's also some clunky stuff. I feel like there's enough places to play on this board, though, that the bot is likely going to be able to go out in 2. Like, between playing next to Topaz and next to Kawadi. It could also score well if it has an H with that AH spot. Yeah, emptying the bag is just not great. I'm not... Like, if I draw an out with this, then I can probably win. I'm not that likely to draw an out. And 6 is not a great lead. Going into a 7v6 endgame doesn't feel great. On the other hand, if I don't play Lousy, then what am I doing? Maybe Yo? That might not be bad. I mean, this leave isn't ideal. But if I can draw a scoring tile, like if I draw an F for Fuse, H for Lush, that would help. I mean, I need to score here. I don't, unless I just go all out for a bingo. But the thing is, if I don't score enough, I also worry the bot could just block and play like HI in the corner. And then be able to outrun me, maybe. I think I need to score enough to keep some pressure on. And Yo does stop plays there with the H, which is, or the M, which is nice, that the bot might really want to use. So that looks decent. I'm down 6 with 2 in the bag, but I have that S. I could still draw a bingo. Like I could draw Tweels, Tuilles. I think I prefer Yo to Lousy at the moment. It's just emptying a bag, especially when you're playing against a perfect endgame player like BestBot is. Like, my prospects are just not great. If I don't draw an out, which, I mean, I could draw an out threat here, I guess. It's not that implausible. I could draw, like, Dilate or Halite. I mean, the pool is... It's basically random. The bot played 6 tiles. Like, It's hard to know what it kept. It could have kept anything. So yeah, lousy. I mean, how hard is it for me to win after this? I go up 6. If the bot can go out in 2 and I can't go out, it's going to be really hard to win. Because if the bot gets 2 more plays, I only get 1. And it's going to get bonus points for whatever I can't play. It's just hard to imagine that it's not going to make up those 6 points and then some. I mean, it might not be able to go out in 2. It just depends. It all depends on what it has. Like I said, definitely taking out this spot next to Kawadi is nice. I mean, HM goes there. Even Diddy could be a good play for the bot. And I feel like if the bot has a bad rack after Yo, it's also going to be in some trouble. Because it's going to be very hard for the bot to go out in 2 now. Right? Like, with 2 in the bag, it's not going to be able to play 9 tiles in 2 turns, I think. And then I'll have first play in the endgame. Obviously, the downside is I give up 12 points. That's a lot in this close a game. But the timing is so important, and I still keep my S. I think Yo is the play, guys. I really do. It's tough. I could be wrong about this. I hope I'm not wrong. I just don't think it's... If the bot wants to block airwaves, it can. I mean, it can play like HI. I guess it could maybe have Kithe, Kithe. It's not that likely. They might still be able to outrun that potentially. If I can go out in 2. But in a lot of cases, it has to sacrifice, and it still would empty that. I think I'm going to go with Yo. I want to save some time for the endgame if I need it. Fullest. Okay. The bot doesn't block Fullest, the game is over, and it does. Alright, so now I have to play this endgame. Oh boy, okay. Well, that's why I wanted to save time, guys. It feels like it's going to be a little tough. How am I going to score? The bot is going to have, like, KHI. I'm down 31. It's a bit. Yeah, like, net full just doesn't score. Not loving my chances here. But I'm going to take my full time here. Let me just make sure I don't have another bingo or something. 9. No. Through this U, like, fell out. Into this R, Foolster. No, okay. Yeah, I mean, I have to block Khadi here, Khadi. That's just way too much. I mean, maybe I can try to keep, like, this for 23 if I play, like, Tells. Flute. LST is, or LS is probably not going to go out for all that much. Flutes. Flutes and locks. No way is that enough, right? The bot can also play Da and Ha-Ha. $31 minus 16 plus 15 for the bot. Yeah. Plus 15, so 24 minus 7. Need 22. I'm losing by 12. I don't know how I'm going to do 12 points better than this. I mean... Stole? Just doesn't score enough. I mean, I save FER, but it just don't score enough. Dang it. just don't think it's going to happen, guys, unfortunately. I mean, flutes is better than flute, because it gets me more points, and the S doesn't help me go out. In fact, it hurts me, because I want to play locks. I just don't know where else I can get enough points. I mean, there's no setup that's going to score enough. And I mean, if I let the bot have Khadi, Khadi, for 30, then I definitely can't win. So I have to block that. Fuel, that doesn't help me. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be another very tough loss. But yeah, I am just not seeing it. Yeah, I mean, I have another minute, but there's just nothing here. I mean, there's nothing else I'm going to see. So, okay. And just daw in the corner. Yep. Lose by 12. Like I said, 453, 465. Man. Maybe Yo was not correct. I mean, I'm sure I didn't miss something in that endgame, right? Like, what else am I going to do here? I mean, yeah. Nah, this doesn't make matters any better. LT is not going out for more. I mean, that's the thing. I can get one decent scoring play. I just can't really get two. LL, that's not going to help me. Nah, there's no way. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother putting this into Quackle. There's just no way I can win this. I mean, slow playing isn't going to work, right? Like, after a dot, I mean, it has Tiki on its rack. Like, it's threatening to go out, and it has Tyke. Nah, I can't slow play. Nah. Nah, this is lost. Okay, this is definitely lost. How about the last turn? I mean... Ooh, Odal. That's an idea. Leaving one in the bag. That's interesting. I didn't see it. That's tricky to see. So leaves one in the bag. Obviously, it's nice to get rid of another L. That being said, leaving two in the bag makes it a little bit tougher for the bot. And I do still like blocking that spot on the left. So I should have at least seen this and considered it. I'm not entirely sure it's better than Yo. Because, yeah, obviously I'd love to get rid of the second L, but two in the bag is definitely better than one in the bag to keep, just to make it harder for the bot to plan and go out in two. And also, like I said, I do like blocking that easy scoring spot on the left. So, I don't know. This is a tough one. It's another one of those positions where it's like there's a lot of competing factors, and it's very hard to judge how to balance them. They score the exact same amount. I mean, yeah, Yaus. If I'm going to play here, I might as well play Lousy, which is still a viable option, right? So I think it's between Lousy, Odal. Yeah, Odile makes no sense. It's between Lousy, Odile, and Yo. And I don't know. So, like, if I had played Lousy, I mean, I don't think I would have won, right? So the bot, no, there's no way, right? So with ADIIMTY, yeah, I mean, I would have drawn FHKT. Yeah, no. I'm sure I lose with that. Like, it's not that hard for the bot to just go out in two with that, right? ADIIMTY. I mean, you can just play, like, Amity, or you can just play, like, Mid, even. Well, I don't know if or Meaty. Does ATY go out? I mean, surely the bot has a decently scoring out in two, right? Like, this can't be that hard. I mean, I am threatening Fe and Haha, but if it just finds any out in two, then it should. Oh, just Timid. Yeah, you can just play Timid next to Topaz. And then go out with Ya. Okay, GG. Yeah, no, for sure. Right, so yeah, if I draw FHKT, which I would have drawn after Lousy, then the bot just plays Timid next to Topaz. It goes up 17. And I do hit FEH in the top left, which is a lot, 37, so I'm up 20. But then it goes out with Ya for 28, gets the K, wins by a mile. Okay. Yeah, and that was my concern, guys, again, after Lousy, was that the bot is probably going to be able to go out in 2. And if the bot can go out in 2, I'm going to lose, because it's going to score pretty well with those tiles. And if I only have 1 turn and the bot has 2, that's going to easily make up for this 6-point lead I have after Lousy. I can definitely win after Lousy, but I'm going to need to probably draw, probably 2 of those vowels out of the bag, which is not that likely. And I'm going to need the bot to have real Drek to not be able to go out in 2 on this good a board, between Topaz and Kawadi being there, and even above Vince it could play. Like, it's just too easy for the bot to play off 4 or 5 tiles on 1 turn and have 2 outs. It's just too easy. So, I think I'm still okay with my decision not to play Lousy. Yeah, Odal maybe works out better. I also get another chance of the scoring tile for the right. I guess it was a bit unfortunate that the bot had MY, but HM is also a possibility. Maybe I should realize that it's going to just block there often. And then Odal does work out better for me if the bot blocks, because then I have 6 tiles. There's more of a chance I can go out. Or no, I still have 7 tiles. But there's more of a chance I would draw a bingo. And I just have something other than a second L, which is obviously not great. So maybe this would have been a little bit better for me. It probably is. There's a lot of upside to getting rid of that second L. Like I said, either for bingoing or for scoring tiles. Like, it's hard to know what I would have drawn. But, like, I drew FT. So if I drew, like, FTK, I don't know what the bot would have done here on its next turn. But it probably still has to play My. And then, can I win that at that point? I don't know. It would be a tough endgame again. It's very hard to say. FTH I probably would have won, because I could play Fe and then go out with Lust. But, still not positive. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. But there's certainly some endgames too, probably after Yo, where, especially if the bot doesn't have My. Like, if it's just to play MI or something, or HI, I'm much more likely to win. And then the bot has 7 tiles too, which is better for me. I don't know. I think Odal is a little bit better. I just think getting rid of that second L, like leaving 2 versus 1 in the bag, either way, it's probably not that easy for the bot to go out in 2, and I just think there's too much upside to getting rid of that second L here. Plays on the left with Kawadi. I guess here's the thing too, right? Like, the bot is so often going to block on the right, and that's actually going to leave me scoring plays on the left with Kawadi potentially. Although I don't have good tiles to overlap it right now. Like, if the bot, I guess from my perspective, right, like if the bot plays next to Kawadi, I'm often just scoring a ton on the right and winning. So maybe I don't have to worry about that spot. Figure if I play Odal and the bot blocks, then maybe I draw the tiles I need to play there. That's interesting. The more I look at this, I do think I made a mistake here. Yeah, like I looked in that spot, I just didn't think about putting or I thought about like DYE, I didn't think about playing before the D. Yeah, I think Odal is better. Again, like that spot actually might benefit me to leave open, and getting rid of that extra L is just so good to either maybe even draw into a bingo down the M column next to Topaz, or just some more scoring potential. So I think this is a mistake. It's hard to say whether it cost me the game, given what I would have drawn. It just depends on what I would have pulled out of the bag and how the bot would have reacted. It's hard to say, but it may have been a game-losing mistake, but either way, I think it was a mistake. So, unfortunately, it's still a really tough position. I still believe playing Yo is better than playing Lousy. I think I'm good with that decision, but Odal was definitely a missed opportunity. So, alright, let's go back to the beginning of the game, though. I still want to look at the rest of it. There's also Oleander. Okay, fair enough. Renegado is fine. Both of them put an R in the triple line. They're pretty much identical. So, nothing wrong with this. Oh, that's actually a good play, though. I didn't really think about overlapping. This is better for 2 less, because it drastically reduces the bot's bingo percentage. Yeah, I should have given some more thought to this. I think I just expended so much time convincing myself there were no double doubles through the U that I didn't really think about playing here. Yeah, for 2 fewer points, this is totally better, given I'm taking a lead. Definitely a mistake, and I got punished for it duly. Here I made another mistake, it looks like. Yeah, I didn't see inwound. That's better. It's 1 more point. The I is not, particularly good. It's not bad, but it's not particularly good, and it doesn't open the board. So it's not like a massive mistake, but it's definitely a mistake. So not the cleanest play, and wow, no bingos available here for the bot. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that, since that takes an S. This looks fine. I mean, this is a great leave. Jerd, I get one right here. That's clearly the right play. And yeah, fortunately for me, the bot draws IU. Fishes again. Interesting. You don't see the bot fish like this that often. But, I mean, this is such a good leave, and I mean, NRU is not so good. It's 19 more points. I'm not sure I would have honestly fished here. I mean, there aren't a ton of places to play sevens. You're looking at an E, an I, and an R as floaters mainly, which you already have. I'm honestly not sure I would have fished. I might have just taken the points and ran with Genii, or blown it up with Beguide. But interesting to see the bot felt this was a good enough rack to fish. Yeah, Agnomens has to be right, blocking Regainer as it turns out. Glad I took the time here to see Hoax. That's way better than my other options. Bot bingos again. Crab looks fine. Oh yeah, Carb. That would be a little better than Carp. I forgot about Nabe. It doesn't take the S hook. I still think for 4 points it's fine to open this C, especially after a random rack like the bot has after bingoing. Nah, come on. No way. QI is fine. And the bot bingos again. I mean, Topaz has to be right here. And now, so the bot plays Evinced. Now, I mean, that makes sense, just going for turnover for the S. That absolutely makes sense to me. And then, yeah, we're back to this position, which I just spent like 7 minutes talking about. Like, I still think Odal is probably the best play. I don't know if anybody runs this through the engine or has any thoughts in the comments. Definitely let me know. But I'm leaning towards Odal is better than Yo is better than Lousy right now, based on my analysis. But I don't want to spend too much more time on this because I know I already spent a lot of time and it's already getting to be a fairly long video. And then yeah, here the bot plays Mai. I guess just figuring that I'm going to have enough clunkers most of the time that I either can't go out in two very easily or just can't outscore it after I'm down 30. And yeah, like I said here, there's just no way there's a win. So yeah, not like a terribly played game by me. Not my cleanest game though. I do regret Yo. Odal would have been better. And just a couple sloppy plays early in the game. Renegado should have been grenade and Wound should have been inwound. You know, those mistakes, they're not massive, but they add up. Odal probably was the biggest one from a win percentage standpoint just because it was so late in the game. But I definitely would like to have the other ones back too. You know, there's just, I mean, there's no room for error in general, but especially against BestBot as we've seen. And I ended up losing the game by 12 points. It was still a really good game. I mean, I'm not too unhappy with how I played. I could have played better, but it wasn't a terrible game by any means. It was certainly really interesting. So yeah, two very tough losses this week, guys. Both fascinating games and fascinating pre-end games that I think I probably slightly misplayed. I mean, I feel like appreciated most of the nuances of it, just didn't generate an option. Here it was Odal, and the last game on Monday was a quarter through those disconnected tiles, setting up the S setup, or the S hook. So a couple missed opportunities maybe, but yeah, it just shows you sometimes the difference between a win and a loss can be so slim. Just one slight difference in the play you make in the pre-end game can make all the difference in the world when it comes to the final score. So yeah, maybe got some punishment for some small mistakes, but you know, that's part of the game, and that's why, say, Nigel Richards is better than other people and is the GOAT, because he doesn't make those kind of mistakes hardly ever, or at least less frequently than other top players, even myself included, do. And yeah, they're not like glaring mistakes or huge mistakes necessarily, but they're you know, if you play enough games, Scrabble's a game of odds, and the law of averages says that if you play enough games, those kind of mistakes are going to add up. And it seems like this week they finally started adding up. So yeah, two tough losses, like I said, but they were, at least if there's any consolation, they were both really good content and really interesting games. So I hope you enjoyed them and learned something from them. 4-12, definitely not where I wanted to be, to say the least, after 16 games, but it is what it is. You know, I still feel like I've been generally playing pretty good Scrabble for these first 16 games. No, like, massive mistakes or lapses to really speak of. No, like, obviously blown games. So, yeah, some tough decisions I maybe got wrong, but overall I'm playing well. So just got to keep that in mind, try to focus on that. Not dwell on the fact that we are 4-12, and there's still 84 games of Scrabble. That's a lot in this series, so hopefully things will turn around. But In any case, I appreciate all you guys' support and all your engagement as always. Please keep the comments coming, and I will see you next week for game number 17.